Hey, my name is Starsky. I'm here to talk to you today about 5 reasons why people never capitalize on their 9 to 5 job. Okay, number one, people believe that their 9 to 5 job is a forever job. You have people who still have the mentality of people back in the day who worked for this big corporation and they were able to work it to retirement and finish with a pension and all this thing. So people never capitalize on their 9 to 5 jobs in terms of how life is changing, how the job market is changing, how they should be growing beyond the experience and education that they learned on the job. They don't capitalize on the growth part in terms of education because they believe that their job is a retirement job. It's a forever job. It has a great 401k, maybe a great pension, and they just look forward to retirement. But they don't understand that the job is meant to prepare you for changing times, changing seasons, and sometimes just that simple plan is not enough when inflation happens, when a depression or recession happens, or when downsizing happens. People are left stuck because they didn't capitalize on their 9 to 5 jobs in terms of using their job maybe to go and further their education, using their job maybe to go and pick up a trade that their job don't offer. So that is the first way people don't capitalize on their 9 to 5. Okay, next, most people accept the first offer that they get on the job and never seek the other opportunities within the job that will help to further them in life. This is a very significant step that many people fail at throughout their career on the job. They're happy that, when they took the interview, the job offered them this such amount, and they were happy about that amount because they feel like that amount fit their lifestyle and it fit their ability to buy things, maybe to sell something, maybe to do little trips here and there. And so they accept that first offer, and we got accustomed to waiting for every year or so we get a dime or a nickel raise, or some people make a dollar raise or whatever, but it's every long period of time off before your pay bumps, but it never competes with inflation. And most people never take that into account, that we quickly accept. It's like it's ingrained in us to accept that first offer. They offered you this amount of money an hour, they offered you this amount of money a year, and so we go around and we're happy that we're making that amount, and we never seek out any other opportunities on your specific job, like your supervisor position, your manager position, different lateral moves that will help to position you better income wise. We never seek those things out quickly because we are so ingrained to accept that first offer, and we're so happy that that offer made sense to where we are now, that we never seek for where you are actually growing, we're actually going, right? So most people, they fail at, not just accepting that first offer. Some salaries, I don't want to name any salaries because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but it's like we get these salaries and we get so excited that wherever we're living, that income salary fits that particular uh, wage structure in whatever city or country that you're staying in, that you feel like, hey, well, that's enough, but the way technology changes, the way information is distributed, the way that we buy and sell goods, you always have to be shifting to what will put you in the best position to capitalize on where the world is going. And many of us know that the jobs that we work here today never really keep up with a lot of times where the world is going. So that begs that point, and I can really talk on that all day long, but I don't want to belabor it. Okay, Next, people get comfortable with whatever position they have on the 9 to 5 job. This is the next one. This is the next reason why people never capitalize. They get comfortable with the whatever position it is. Now let me explain. I want to digress because I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that you just a naive, blithering idiot, that you don't pay attention to anything. That's not what I'm saying. I want to make sure that you feel the respect coming through the camera, that no, I'm not saying it at all. I'm looking out for your best interest. I'm looking out for your good. And I want your life to be propelled in a way that you are prepared for whatever may come your way. So I'm pointing out some things not to degrade how you approached your 9 to 5 jobs, only to inspire you that, hey, we need to be looking a little further. We need to be making sure we in a growing state of mind so that we can be able to capitalize on it. Okay. So there's many people who have retired from companies and realized that the money that they saved in 401k wasn't enough when inflation hit, when a recession hit, when different things hit. You realize that, wow, I don't have enough. So there's people who are retired who have went back to work because their initial plan wasn't quite enough to meet the demands of the growing times. Okay. So I lift my hands and tell you, hey, I'm not coming at you in a disrespectful mode. I'm your friend. All right, let's get to this. Okay, people get comfortable with a position. What do I mean? People accept that first offer in the company. You're happy with the wage, you're happy with the hours, you're happy with the shift, and people already believe that this is a forever occupation. I'm gonna be here for life. I'm gonna retire here. You already got all these thinkings working. So when you get a position and you get a comfortable position, maybe you're driving a forklift or you're sitting at a desk, or it's not so much of a labor job per se. People tend to get comfortable with their position because it's working with where you are now. Can you hear a theme to what I'm saying? Is people always just get comfortable with where you are now, not thinking and preparing where life is going or where your life may be going. When you think of where you are going, you will keep your feet moving because you'll realize how you feel now, 10 years, 20 years later, you may not be feeling the same way and you may not have the same basic needs. Okay, so people get comfortable with the position. Very self-explanatory. They get comfortable with the hours. They get comfortable with the people where they are around. They get comfortable with that day in, day out. And they find it very hard to detach from that because they feel some sense of loyalty or family when it comes to certain things. They feel like, hey, if I leave this position, the company won't even run without me. But let me ask you this question. Who had the position before you? Because apparently the company was running way before you showed up in that position. They may not have been running as well as you do it, but nevertheless, they were running. So if you weren't there, which in time you may not be there, the company, if they're a solid company, would still be running without you. But certain things, even though I'm saying comfort masks itself a lot of times in loyalty, in a family feeling, in a friend, in a community feeling within the job, which the job is meant to be simply what it is, a place where you exchange time for money. You exchange your expertise for their convenience of health insurance, 401ks, different things like that. So it's a medium of exchange. It's not the same thing as sitting down to dinner with your actual family. Those things like that is a whole different atmosphere, but we bring that mentality into the job place and we allow comfort or loyalty to allow us to stay in a position because we have this strong sense of being needed. All right. Again, hands up. I'm backing off of you. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, next. People use their job for the lifestyle instead of a partnership. People use their 9 to 5 jobs for a lifestyle versus a partnership. I'm not trying to be profound. I'm not trying to hit you with some type of catchphrase or that type of thing. I'm trying to belabor a point that many of us, I am a 9 to 5 worker right now in my life, and I'm talking to other many 9 to 5, whether you are at the beginning of your career, middle, or towards the end. You need to hear this. We use jobs to support our lifestyle, not looking at a job for partnership, right? It's this guy out, Storm Leroy. If you look up his name is actually Storm Leroy. He teaches about the 9 to 5 millionaire, and he's a lot more educated in terms of coming from 9 to 5 to being a millionaire, because I'm not a millionaire yet. But so I refer you to him, Storm Leroy. Check him out, look him up, find his YouTube, stuff like that, and he can give you more information that's on a higher level than what I'm saying. But so people, we look at our ability to make a certain income in our specific geographic, and we say, wow, this income affords me enough to get a new car, to buy a home, to maybe go shopping, to take a trip now and then, So we get happy that the job allows us to do these little things, and we take it as, because the job allows it, we'll be able to do these things forever. This job puts me in a position where I'll be able to shop like this forever. I'll be able to buy like this forever. But all of us know that when certain instances happen, especially like the COVID thing and what's going on in politics and different things like that, times can change immediately. It's like, if you're not prepared and preparing your household and using a job to prepare yourself for possible things that may have happened, you can be thinking that your lifestyle will always be the same, but situations outside your job can force your lifestyle to change immediately. It's just how it is. But many of us in the 9 to 5, I want to sound the alarm. We are always taking the backlash. We are taking the brunt of different things, especially middle class. We always taking it because we use the job for lifestyle instead of partnership. We need to get in our minds that the job that you're working is only a baseline platform for the next big thing you're going to do. I heard somebody say, you save to invest, not save to save. I apologize for the person, I don't remember who said that, but it's like, you use the job, the income for the job, to grab hold to the next thing that puts you closer and faster to a place of financial security. Because if we go at the job way like we have gone, no matter what your occupation is, if we keep going the exact same way we've been going, then at the end, when we are older, we have less strength, we're less motivated to go and get re-educated and different things. So we're putting ourselves in a tight spot with the thinking that we have in using the job as a lifestyle supporter versus a partnership. Took me a long time to really get this. Took me a long time. I did not know why I specifically was so dissatisfied with the job. And later on, after following different people's teaching, I realized it's because I was thinking about the job a certain way. I was feeling about the job a certain way that kept my mind stifled as to say, why press for anything else? I can make it here. It's like, the income that the job offers you, it'll take you 10 times as longer to reach a certain place than if you would just progressively grow, whether within the company, taking promotions within the company and different things. If you don't think I need to be progressively growing, then you won't even have enough to really make your dreams happen at the level you want it to happen, waiting on the job to do it for you, just accepting the income that you have. So I like that type of stuff. See, I try to come at it with us. I like to try to have a conversation with us that we look at our surroundings for ourselves, make judgments for ourselves, and have a dialogue about what we need to do to really take it to another level. Because it's really not necessarily a quick, rich anything. Everything requires work. Everything requires thought. Everything requires intention on your part to say, this is my life and this is how I choose to live it. This is where I choose to direct it. So everything that I'm saying to you is saying as a sense of friendship advice, as to say, you don't have to do what I'm saying, but if this fits how you feel, maybe you would consider what I'm saying. You feel me? I know you do. Okay. Next, people don't have an escape plan when it comes to the job. This is the reason why people never capitalize on your 9-to-5 job, because you don't have an escape plan. You don't have an escape plan. You don't have the plan other than retirement or other than getting very disgruntled and then just saying, hey, I quit. It's like the only escape plan many people have is being in the burning building, getting upset that it's hot, and then finally thinking, hey, heck, I'm just gonna break the window and just jump out. It's like, hey, you saw the smoke 10 years ago, you already saw the amber started building years ago. You had plenty of time to be able to figure out a plan on how to get yourself out. You already know all the exits. You have plenty of time to come up with a plan. But because we feel the way we feel about our 9-to-5 jobs, we never have an escape plan as to say, when I'm at a certain point in my life, I don't want to still be doing this. When I'm at a certain place in my life, I don't want to still be here. I don't want to have to clock into anybody's clock. I don't want anybody, I want to be able to manage my own time. I want to be able to have options, those types of things like that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't mean that because you are upset or you feel dissatisfied with your job. Now, the answer to your questions is entrepreneurship. I need to start my own business. Hey, listen, never make a decision to go to the next level when you are feeling dissatisfied and you don't understand your dissatisfaction. If you are a complainer right now, please stay on your job. Nobody needs a complaining entrepreneur. You cannot build creatively a new thing when you are complaining about the old thing. You can never see your way out of a pit if you yourself spend all this time being delusional, being deceived, being blindsided by where you are. Until we really capitalize and take advantage of where we are, that's only when we can move to that next level. But a complainer, we don't need those type of people out there, because those people, even if you make it big, you are the worst boss. You create the worst atmosphere because you have this mentality, I made it with my own bootstraps. It's like, it ain't no CEO ever that have made it on his own bootstraps. Dude, look at all those employees you got in the back of you. What you talking about? It was just you. You know what I'm saying? It was you and 10,000 other people, man. You better come down off your ego, Okay, let me back off my rant. But as a 9-to-5 person, I had to get that complaining, murmuring, agitated thing out of my heart, so that when I'm walking into my future, I'm not walking into my future saying, 9-to-5 sucks. No, 9-to-5 is a blessing for somebody that need 9-to-5. Entrepreneurship is a blessing for people who are ready for entrepreneurship. How do I know? Because most businesses don't even last 5 years, because they didn't understand that, listen, it takes endurance, it takes grit, it takes something. When you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you got to constantly be progressively growing and learning and adjusting and different things like that. And if you're not open to that, and you're not that person right now on your job, what makes us think that we're just going to step up one day and we're gonna be that person. We're gonna prove them all wrong. If you are trying to prove anybody wrong, that is already leading you down a road that is just, you have no revelation, you have no foresight, because it's all about trying to make somebody else or get a chip off of your shoulder. This is why we don't have an escape plan, because if you go on the job every day mad at the supervisor you don't like, mad at the manager you don't like, mad at the coworkers you don't like, understand you are in charge of your own peace. How do you keep peace on the job? I go on the job understanding that the job is a medium of exchange for me and the job. They pay me for my time and expertise, and in exchange, they give me money, 401k, health benefits, different things like that. That's the relationship that we have. So when it's my time to move, let's say, to another position within the company, the friends that I have on this level, hey man, we're cool, but I'm going to move on up to a supervisor level, because the supervisor level helps to put me in better position that I can really be at a better place in my life, for my family, for my goals. So I need y'all to understand it. If y'all don't understand, this is a job anyway. So I didn't really come here to make forever friends. I came here to collaborate with like-minded people. And when I'm branching off to go here, I'm hoping that you understand. But if you don't understand, I'm still going anyway. So this is what the job is about. This is how we make companies better. This is how we make atmospheres better. Because when you go in and you're this kind of mindset, people like being around you, because they want to be around people that want to progress forward. Not people that's sitting on their lunch break talking about the supervisor and talking about leadership and how everybody's stupid and I'm smart, they should do this, they should do that. It's like, see, how can you know if when you're not in the position? If you were CEO, I guarantee you wouldn't feel the exact same way to know, because there are certain things that they see on their level that you don't see on your level. But the truth is, you don't want to see it, because if you got that much passion and complaining and you haven't put in resumes and different things and took interviews for the position, you're just a person that's very dissatisfied, and that complainer heart has set in you. And if that's you, my brother, my sister, hey, listen, forgive the company, reset yourself, focus on what you need to focus on, because it's about making your family, your lifestyle better to get you where you're going. Complaining is not going to help you. All right, listen, I can always rant. I can always do stuff like this, man. My name is Starsky. I'm about 9 to 5 wealth. Hey, you look at my YouTube page, man. That's all I'm talking about, different things like this. So I may have a video up here, that you need to check out that's still on this subject of 9 to 5 wealth, because we need more information to help you track and understand that, listen, you can get there, but you got to get there with the right mind and the right heart. So, hey, until next time, hey, I'll see you on the next episode. Hey, watch this to the end. If you like it, then subscribe, stuff like that. Hey, I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.